Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning. It's March 17th and it's 61 degrees out here. I'm Rachel and I'm gardening for butterflies on the Alabama Gulf Coast in Zone 9A. And I just want to tell you that you can have butterflies. You can have them. All you need to do is plant larval host plants. And that's it. They will come. And then, plant some stuff that's got nectar plants too, like juicy flowers that are full of juicy goodness. And you will have butterflies. So I'm going to tell you about my favorite larval host plants so that you will know what to plant and get them now. And then you'll have butterflies. First off, I was just going to show you how much I'm enjoying this fun combination of all these different things, the lamb's ears and the petunias and the pansies and the lemon ball sedum and Dusty Miller coming through here. I did a thing last week and it probably won't show up very well because I still haven't mulched, but we're going to kind of turn to this direction. So I am making a salvia forest and I have planted them. I did wonder whether I was gonna rip out these hydrangeas because they're not great all year. They're just great some part of the time. But I'm gonna leave them, see if they will do better. I don't know. But so I have planted mostly salvia amistad all in here. It's there. That's the one that lived through the winter. There. I mean, just so much of it. It's just gonna pop up and be about 6 feet tall. And then I put some indigo spires near the front. So that's an indigo spire right there. And then I got an indigo spire right here. And I'm just kind of debating on what to kind of put there because I'm not gonna have all these pots here. I'll have more space to walk around because I need to have more of a path. But I wanted to line this because I want to be able to see something pretty and colorful from the kitchen window. So I've got some diamond frost euphorbia. I got them and I just kind of set them out here to see how that would go. And y'all, if you've never had diamond frost euphorbia, it is so fun because it will grow about 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall, and it's just white and fluffy, and it just brings some romance to the garden. That's what I think. Two of my favorite and the easiest to grow larval host plants are passion flower vine for Gulf fritillaries. I have some right here that's growing back from last year. There's that one, and this is the one that's got fruit on it. And then I got this other one right here from Kim's nursery, and I don't think that will have fruit. But Gulf fritillaries are just like the most satisfying butterfly to plant for. So if you're gonna have any butterfly at all, plant passion flower vine because they come in and they stay in the garden and there's clouds of them and they're so satisfying because they hang around. Because the other ones, they're kind of more, like the eastern black swallowtail. I rarely even see them after I've released them. But for eastern black swallowtail, you can plant curled leaf parsley and fennel. This is fennel that I've had in this pot for several years. It dies back and then it comes back to life in the spring. And fennel is super easy to grow from seed. And I've got a bunch of it out here. You can't tell because they're so pitiful. They're little and pitiful. There's one right there that's bigger. But I have planted, they're dotted around. There's gonna be a bunch of it if it survives. And that is a really good one. Fennel, dill, parsley, carrots, all for eastern black swallowtails. I just discovered something and it's so strange and I'm not quite sure what it is. I don't know if it's a cutworm. So I planted these anise hyssop and this is the third one this has happened to. And look, I came out here and it's like, why can you not see that? Oh yeah, I don't know if that's chewed or broken off. Well, I guess it is chewed because here's another piece of it. And this is the third one. Now, it didn't kill the plant because you can see there's some here, but it's gonna take a long time for it to grow back. But that's maddening. That's the third one. And I don't know what's doing it. I don't know if it's a squirrel or some sort of snail thing. I don't know what they do when they do that. But anyway, I'm kind of perturbed. And scattered around the garden, I have a few little bluebonnet seedlings. They are definitely not anywhere as far along as Joe's from Joe's Texas Garden. I've got them kind of just scattered. Mine are so little, and they've been little for a long time. I've been watching them. I hope that now that it's about to warm up, they will pop up because they're just kind of all around this area right here. I wish y'all could smell these orange blossoms. They smell so phenomenal, just, oh, heavenly. And this is a Caracara orange tree, and it is a larval host plant. All citrus are larval host plants for giant swallowtails, and I've seen a giant swallowtail in the garden, but it just came by and stopped real quick on this, and I thought it had laid an egg, and I didn't find one. But if you want to have giant swallowtails, grow some citrus. I haven't had the best of luck of growing milkweed from seed, but what happens is I just let the seedlings that just pop up wherever they want to grow, and then I have had a bunch of it like that. So that's how I get milkweed, and I have a bunch coming up in the front yard, and I just let it live because milkweed is for monarch butterflies, and you know, they are very satisfying too, because they'll come to the garden and hang around, and you will get an opportunity to look at them and take pictures of them, and they're, you know, very showy, so they're a very satisfying butterfly to have. Like this little pot is going to be jammed with stuff. Oh, but I got to show you something. Okay, another naughty creature that I have in my yard is, and y'all, I'm sure you have them too, is a squirrel. And look at what they've been doing. They've been digging in my pots and making a mess, and I am not appreciating that. But here in this pot, I put this kale, which is going to grow like 5 or 6 feet tall. Look, it broke that off. I'm betting, you know what, maybe that is a squirrel that did that damage. So this right here is a blue curls. It's a native plant. And then this is the lyre leaf sage, native. And then here is just a little seedling milkweed. So this pot is gonna get kind of crowded, but I think they can manage. But what's cool, okay, so here's this blue curls, and I had put it in this pot last year, and then I guess seed must have fallen, because right here, all down here, these are also blue curls coming up. So that's gonna be really neat. This is the bed that I planted last year and planted everything in the ground, but I've drug some Salvia amistad in pots to the back, and I'm gonna let them grow. But I just wanted to show you, this is arrowwood viburnum, and look at it, it's gonna make it. I didn't know, I was concerned, but look how straight and strong these shoots are. And that's actually why it's called arrowwood viburnum, because they grow so strong and straight. They would use them to make arrows. Isn't that cool? It's a native. And then this is that Florida sunshine. That's what I'm going to use as a replacement for the Duranta, since it was fine through the winter. This is a guava, and I don't think it's a native, but it's gonna be gorgeous and big and have fruit. And then that's another viburnum that you can't really see because it's not showing up very well, but it's already got little buds on it. I can't remember what this thing is right here. I thought I had a tag for it, and I should have. Oh wait, you know, I do have a tag. Let's see what it says. Oh, dangleberry. So dangleberry, whatever that is. I hope it'll make it. And I'm going to plant out the rest of these salvia cuttings to make kind of a salvia hedge in the front yard. The bog garden has got so much cool stuff growing in it that I don't know the names of. I keep telling myself I will write them down or memorize them, and so I can tell y'all. But there are so many goodies in here, I can hardly even, well, hardly even stand it. And look at this. I'm gonna let this bloom because this is the, okay, oh, let's see if you can see that. This is Venus flytrap. Dang, why will it not let me show you? Oh, so annoying. Oh, there, that is, it's gonna flower, and there it is down there. So we're gonna have actually four flowers of this Venus flytrap. That's gonna be so cool. I pinched them off before because I guess I thought that it was gonna die after that. I'm not sure, but there's everything in here is a really interesting, cool thing that I'm gonna let live because and I've got pitcher plants and just all kinds of delicious goodness. I just remember last year this view of the garden was so pretty once the salvia and the kale was growing, and even the hydrangeas did their thing, and it was just lush and gorgeous. And so I'm just having to imagine it, because right now it's looks like a little bit of a dirt patch with some violets growing in it. But these are lemon balm bunches. But I think I'm going to make a little path through here so I can walk in and out through there, because it was just a big tangle. So I'm going to take some stones or something and make it where I can walk through there and have another avenue into the garden. I rarely look at the garden from like this direction. So the other day I was just standing here and really enjoying the colors and the textures and things. And I threw out some forget-me-not seeds right here, and I think I've got a few of them coming up. So that's good. And then, shockingly, I have a coneflower that's coming up from seed right here. Look at how gorgeous and healthy it is. That is super exciting. I don't know if this is really capturing the sparkles, the sparkling gorgeousness on this rose, but it just looks like, to me, it looks like each one of those little beads is a diamond. The lavender seems like it's gonna come back. Isn't that crazy? I went to Slay's nursery in Alberta, and I got this cassia plant. They call it popcorn plant because when you rub its leaves and you sniff it, it smells like popcorn. It's just so crazy because it does. And cassia is a larval host plant for senna butterflies or some sort of sulfur butterflies, the yellow ones. So I'm going to plant this out in the front yard because it's supposed to grow really big, although they said that this one, you had to treat it like an annual here. But there are two different cassias, and the one that I picked is the annual. But it's an interesting plant, and we'll see if we can find some caterpillars on it this year. And plant American wisteria for long-tailed skippers. They use this as their larval host plant. But you know what? There are a lot of Lepidoptera that use wisteria as their larval host plant. So get some of this. It loses its leaves in the winter, and then it grows them back in the spring, as you can see. I'm loving the silvery, velvety look of these baby leaves on the American wisteria. And this wisteria, I've got it growing on my fence, and it's not getting out of control like the Chinese wisteria does. It has a little bit better manners to it. I don't think you need to be afraid of it. I can't tell if you can see the purpleness of the bud on this wisteria, but it's gonna be so lovely. I'm gonna show you the beginnings of this like rock gardeny section because it's horrible and ugly. And this is where I put those salvia locantha last year, and had one of them dug up like immediately the next night by an armadillo. So the one that was dug up, it didn't make it through the winter, but I've got that one, and then that one, and then this one. And last year I touched some blue-eyed grass kind of at the edge right here, and some of them died and some of them made it. But So hopefully that'll get thicker and better. But in this bed, I have thrown a ton of seeds, and there are a bunch of seedlings coming up, and I don't even recall what it was that I had, but hopefully it's going to be cool. I just want to show you how ugly it is right now so that you can compare it. But look, you see that maidenhair fern right there? See how big it is and massive? It was a piece that broke off from one that I had, and I just tucked it right there, and it's been happy, so happy there. Way happier than the one that's in the pot. And my friend Joe told me if I had little pieces from my lemon ball sedum, I could just toss them around and they would just grow back, and they did. I have like tons of them. I didn't I didn't plant these. I just took pieces from my overgrown thing and I tossed them in here, and now I probably have about 30 plants in here that if I wanted to, I could dig them up, put them in a pot, let them grow on, and they would get huge. So lemon ball sedum is just the plant that just keeps on giving. And here's some more little blue-eyed grasses. These turned out pretty good right here. Oh yeah, and in the big blue pots, I have Salvia Amistad. What was funny about it is I didn't originally plan to have that even growing in these pots last year. I put other seedlings in, and there was just some little half-dead cuttings of Salvia Amistad, and look, they made it. Oh gosh, it's just super healthy and strong and happy, and it's gonna grow massive. These are also, like, if you get an opportunity, just one, you only need one, and then you can make a jillion of them with cuttings. That's what's so great about doing that. You never have to be without salvia again. I gotta show you this bonus larval host plant. It's common vetch, and I didn't plant it. It's just growing here, and isn't it just the cutest thing? And it's got little purple flowers. So I guess the little purple flowers on the common vetch don't open super early in the morning, but here they are. And I can't even remember what larval host plant, who uses this, but somebody does. Oh, I think it's a little blue, butterfly. I can't remember the name of it. And right now the azaleas are gorgeous. You know, they're only gorgeous for about 5 days, and that's it. So tomorrow I'm gonna go and look at a bunch of them, and hopefully I will get to share that with you next week. I think this is what they call saw palmetto, and it's growing in my yard. Don't you love the way the sun is shining through it right here? So gorgeous. But it just grew here, so it's growing wild. I just love that. I don't want to ever forget how darling blue-eyed grass is. Look at those sweet, sweet little blooms. So precious. Look at this darling, darling stand of blue-eyed grass. And right behind it is cutleaf coneflower. And I have planted my Florida sunshine right there. I think it'll probably grow about 8 feet tall. But that's gonna just be so pretty when it comes up. And look, this buddleia, this is that buddleia that was pink last year, and it just died. And so I cut it all the way back, and it's coming back. So that is thrilling. I gotta show you this little plant. It is called blue toadflax. And I thought that it was a weed until my friend Carol told me, no, that it's not. You'll find it growing, you'll find it growing all around, I guess, Florida and all over North America, really. But it's a larval host plant for the common buckeye. And you can see the tiny, tiny flowers. Everybody loves these flowers. So whenever I would see this plant growing, I used to rip it out because I didn't know what it was. But now I've let some of it grow because it is a little treat. I'm crouched down low and looking at things. This is the perspective from the kitchen window, except I'm down here on the ground and just kind of trying to imagine what the colors are going to be like when they fill in. It is very daunting to grow things in the ground because I'm thinking, how first of all, it looks like I have so much space for activities out here. But no, I don't really. Not if I take into account the size that these plants are gonna grow to. It looks very sparse right now, but they're gonna get big and tall and wide, and that fennel right there, it gets huge. So I just want so much color and so much fullness, and I'm just feeling a little kind of pressured to do it right. So I'm thinking and thinking. The seedlings are looking great, as in they're actually growing. This is exciting. This bush basil, I used it kind of like boxwood last year, and so I'm gonna have a bunch of those. And then cleome, oh, I can't wait to do these cleome, because my friend Jo at Jo's Texas Garden, she had a bunch of cleome that just looked so beautiful, and she encouraged me to grow it because she said she had a bunch that came up from seed. And so I was like, well, if they'll come up from seed just randomly, then maybe I can grow them. And then I've got a lot of Alyssium. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that. I don't know why I did a whole tray, but that's some craziness. And this is new to me, this cardinal basil. Look how big. They have kind of a dark maroon kind of flower on them, so I'm looking forward to that. And of course, Gomphrena, I loved it so much last year. I want it everywhere. One of these little lemon bee balm is coming up, and the aster, not at all. And then I did a whole tray right here with seeds that Jo from Texas, Jo's Texas Garden gave me, and I was very concerned. I didn't want to talk about it at all because I thought I had really messed up, but I've got some that are coming up. So that is going to be milkweed. And then I don't think the pipe vine is coming up at all. But I've got a couple of Gulf Coast penstemon, tiny things. It took them a long time to germinate. And then pink salvia, I've got a couple of those. I may have planted these too deep. I don't know, I'm not sure. And look, this was supposed to be teddy bear sunflower right here. And that seed must have been old, because like nothing came up. And oh, these hollyhocks. What about that, y'all? Hollyhocks, I don't know if I can have them or not. We will see. And snapdragons, like this apple blossom color, it's gonna be gorgeous. And then I've wanted verbascum forever and ever. It's just so pretty. And I think verbascum reminds me of hollyhocks also. But a bunch of coleus here, and then golden hyssop. And these hyssop, I gotta thin those. And then something else new to me, blue flax. Oops, why can it not? I don't know why my phone, well, I don't know about these phones. This is like the newest one, and the camera to me is just not as good as my old one was. This bush basil, I already showed you that. Never mind. Millet, I have 3 millet. So I'm kind of disappointed because last year I was able to grow more of that. I ordered another package of seeds of the millet because it was just so neat and weird. So I'm gonna try to grow more of that. But yeah, the seeds are I'm feeling pretty good about them. Y'all, I hope you're excited about gardening for butterflies, because listen, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Like seriously, y'all see me bumbling around out here. I don't know what I'm doing, but things happen. God makes things grow. You just stick it in the ground and he takes care of the rest. So I can't wait to hear what y'all are doing, and if y'all have got butterflies showing up in your gardens, and what's popping up, and just what you're excited about growing. And I hope y'all have a great week, and God bless you. And y'all, let's play outside. Bye.